Hey, what's up, fool? It's your boy Chinks Drugs, and this is Rapmatic.
Rapmatic presents Battle Code, the most intriguing battle rap podcast impacting the culture.
What's happening, handsome? You now tuned in your boy Low to let you know what's up when I'm rolling up, huh? Ace click faster, the Harlem still at 8 train slick, hear me. You now tuned in the Battle Code on Rapmatic, huh? Go get this work.
Brace yourself and don't miss out on a cultural revolution.
Let me ask you about Kodak Black. I haven't seen you speak on him, but I'm quite sure you have. What's your thought as a real OG? You know, I feel like the OGs are not really educating him. You know, they're not checking him. I haven't seen where, I mean, maybe behind the scenes, but he's not really being checked, and so he's kind of like just kind of.
Well, I think attempts are being made to check him, but the young man don't want to be checked. Like, you can't tell somebody that don't want to hear shit. Like, you can't make them hear some shit. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So it's like, you know.
Like, come on, like, as a youngin, like, if you was wildin', I'm quite sure somebody.
No one could make me listen when I was wildin'. No one could force me to listen. Either I was gonna listen or I wasn't. But you couldn't force me to listen. You had to say some shit to me that resonated with me, that made me feel like I want to do it. But you're not going to make me feel that way. You see what I'm saying? And I was wilding when I was young. I went to alternative high school. I was wilding.
You went to mad schools?
I went to a few. No, I never even went to the regular high school. Like, I went from junior high school straight to alternative schools. Like, yeah.
Okay, so you was wilding.
Yeah, I was wilding.
But I feel like, all right, even on a business standpoint, okay, fine, we're not going to check him or whatever, but.
No, I'm not saying we're not going to check him. I said there's been attempts to check him. But how can you check someone that feels like they don't want to be checked? You can make knowledge born. You see what I'm saying? All you can do is make knowledge born, meaning you bring it into existence, you make it known. What you expect of this young man, yo, you wildin' young and you need to have more respect, da-da-da-da. He's like, man, don't try to baby me, don't try to, he don't want to hear it. All right, well, I let you know. I checked you, but what you want me to do? Sit him down and put him over my knee and give him a fucking spanking? Like, what's the solution? What do you think the solution is?
I don't think that he should just be allowed to just do and say whatever.
So what's the solution? What do we do?
One of his real OGs that he really respects needs to.
Is he running with OGs?
People think that he's untouchable because of who he's backed by.
I mean, but I don't know that that's a bunch. Those are some OGs. That might be just a bunch of young wild niggas, young Haitian wild niggas. You know what I mean? And so now the blind leading the blind.
I'm not sure what needs to be done, but I just feel like. The new thing is that we're just gonna let him do this and let him just self-destruct. Like, that's what it seems like.
No, well, first of all, we've let a lot of people self-destruct. We sat back and watched Tupac. We saw what the fuck he was doing, and we sat back and let him do it. So let's not act like what? What?
I need some more.
How old are
basis
you?
on that.
Well, I don't know. I shouldn't ask a woman.
Right, like, come on.
But I feel like, because you look younger, okay? You look younger,
thanks.
so maybe you might not be acquainted with what was going on, the atmosphere of the time.
I was around.
Okay, well, if you were around, then you know Tupac was wilding. He was running around wilding. Like he just seemed to be always getting into some shit, always getting locked up, and just... shit was just happening, but
you
nobody.
Mean that aspect.
Yeah, and it's almost like, all right, let's keep it real. Like, everybody saw that he took on this fucking bishop persona, and nobody checked him and said, "Yo, you need to chill with that. That could get you killed." Nobody said that. Nobody saw. Everybody heard him in his lyrics when he kept rhyming about getting killed and all that. Nobody said, "Yo, you need to chill. You might be speaking shit into existence."
But maybe he was speaking his truth. Like, that's how he felt.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
And
maybe somebody told him to chill, and maybe he didn't.
True.
Just
I
like
never looked
Kodak.
at him like that though. But
Huh?
I never looked at Tupac that way.
Now Kodak, I mean,
Because to
Tupac
me,
was
he
wilding.
He was, but he wasn't just out here just ignorant, just.
Well, see, that's
It's a
because we
difference.
attribute his youth, you know, his background, his mother being in the Panthers. We attribute a lot of that to him, and he was a little, he was articulate, he was smarter than he let on and all that, but he did a lot of fucking nigga shit too. Like, let's keep it
I
real.
mean, but he's from
Like, he did a lot of
but that's
thug
how
shit.
he was raised. I mean, like if you come
Is
from
it
a
how
certain
he was
thing,
raised? No, he came from the Black Panther Party. He was not raised as a gangster.
but I mean, he did, but his mother was also on drugs. So you know, I'm saying he was raised around that. Like it's not like he made it up. You know, that was his experience. And then
I'm
he
just
got
saying,
knowledge.
we saw Tupac going down a certain road and nobody checked him. And what does that look like? What I'm saying is, you saying, should Kodak Black be allowed to run around and do what he's saying? Okay, so we say he's not allowed. What does not allowed mean? Like, do we put him in hip hop jail? Like what is the
It means
what is the solution?
You're right. So, what is the solution? I just feel like he needs to be checked.
And just and
Like
and
the way
when
he
most
was
people
checked back in
will
the day.
take checked as, and he needs an ass whooping.
Yeah, he needs to he needs.
Okay,
that.
then say that. Then
He
say
needs
that.
that.
Say that
I'm trying to
Kodak
think-
Black needs an ass whooping. That's what you feel.
And I don't know if it's just that. I feel like he's gonna get that regardless. You're going too crazy. Like someone's going to put hands on you. So I'm saying that if we are really like a culture that we care about, and he's someone that's a part of it, someone needs not only pulling him aside, but like educating him as well, because he's just like he's ignorant.
But how
as well.
do you educate someone that don't want to be
With
educated?
with the smack? That's like, cause that's what he respects.
I mean,
right?
I'll have, you know, some people would feel that works and some people will feel that it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So that's something that we'd have to debate in its own. That's a whole thing to tackle right there. How do we approach these rappers that we feel need to be checked? How do we pull their coats? Because that's what we called it back in the day.
Right.
You pull somebody's coat. How do you pull their coat in a way that they're not going to, you know, it's not going to hurt their ego. You're not going to embarrass them on social media.
Well,
You don't
that's
want to
how it-
fucking, you know, you don't necessarily want to get yourself locked up for trying to educate somebody and now they talking shit to you. Now you got to slap the shit out of this motherfucker.
And we don't want death either. You know what I mean?
None
But
of that.
but
Yeah,
I
so-
feel like
so-
the way he's going, he's being like he went OD with Ti.
The only way I believe that someone like that will listen, it's got to be said to him from somebody that he respects.
Agreed.
Number one, and they got to speak to him in his language.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Whatever that is. Like, you know what I mean? That real southern drawl, it obey, boy. Like, you got to be one of them niggas to get it through to him. Because I don't think, you know, I think people that talk articulate, he's not even going to hear that.
No,
shit.
he's not.
He's not
But
going to hear that.
also, to me too, like
He said some shit. Not to cut you over real quick. He said some shit in the interview when he was talking about T.I.'s son.
saying that he want to look gay.
Well, he said you need to let your faggot ass son. But then at the end he said, "Cause they booty." Like I didn't know what he was talking about. He said something about booty or pooty or I don't know if this is some like
Southern
Haitian
shit.
Southern
Oh.
slang, but he needs somebody that understand what pooty mean to tell him what the
And
fuck.
that's what I was saying. The people around him, like
Right, but what I'm saying is you're taking for granted, or you're assuming that he got older niggas around him. I'm saying I feel like a lot of these young niggas will just keep young niggas around them, and see this is why niggas like Coach K and all of them is winning. You see the niggas that's under Coach K because they got somebody like Coach K, who is older and a little more wiser to keep him on a straight and narrow. And I'm gonna keep it real. I don't see none of them niggas getting into no bullshit. They just making their music and making their money and doing what the fuck they gotta do. It's these motherfuckers without no older guidance and all that type of shit. If you ain't got nobody with gray in your crew telling you what the fuck to do with a little bit of gray in their beard, nigga, you need to get one. Okay? For real.
gotta bang the gavel on that. So let me ask you. Well, this is not gonna like stay on him, but they kind of in the same boat. Soldier Boy. he had the biggest comeback, and then he kind of just, you know, he didn't maximize. You know what I mean? Off of, you know, being viral for that long. Like how you said, like the attack, it may last for a week. The fame also is the same way. Even when it's positive, it might last for a week or two. He was rocking for like 2-3 months, and now he's also in jail.
Is he?
Yes, he is. He's in jail for like the same shit, drugs and
Dracos.
drugs.
Drugs and Dracos. That's his new fucking tape coming out next week.
But I guess it's just the same thing. I'm just saying that I just feel like I don't know what I want to happen, but they need. That's what I'm gonna ask you, right? So you as an OG, I feel like some of the onus is not on some of the onus is on the OGs, and I don't feel like the OGs are OGing. That's what I'm saying too. I feel like the youth.
I think you're right, because I'm gonna be honest. When I started, you know, speaking on the internet, you know, I started looking around like, was any of my niggas gonna back me up? Like, is any of the people from my era gonna back me up? They gonna call me on the phone. Oh, yo, I love what you're saying. Well, nigga, get on the fucking internet and stop letting me be the only one catching this fucking heat right now. Oh, I love what you're saying. You be saying that real shit. I be scared to say. I don't know why you scared. It's because they still waiting for, a lot of people waiting for that imaginary bag. You see what I'm saying? Like niggas that had fame and feel like, damn, I could be like one song away or one reality show away from being back on. Let me just shut my fucking mouth and not say nothing so that shit don't come to me. So that I don't fuck shit up.
Right.
But let me just tell y'all, okay? It's actually when you live in the truth, that's when shit really comes to you. Ever since I've been speaking, you know how much great shit has happened for me? Like people thinking that, like, oh, he's never gonna fucking like, let's just say in the acting world or whatever, like, oh, he's never gonna get a role again. Now that he's saying all this shit, up, boom. And then I'm on HBO's the night of, like, after this, after I said all of this type of shit, after you said I was gonna never get a job again, here I'm back on HBO, and fuck y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting, you know, just organically, just things happen to me, like.
That's good.
I'm telling you, things are much better since I've opened my mouth than when I had it closed.
So with that said, what makes me go to is Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Right? I feel that I guess I want to get your thoughts on just everything overall, but that made me go to him because I feel like he was living in his truth as well. And the first thing we can touch on is just this whole sentiment that you can't go back to the hood and you can't, you know, be wealthy and build the hood up, which I think is false. I think that people, you kind of accept your fate anyway. Not to say that it has to be death. I'm just saying you know what you're up against, but this is what you're supposed to do. And I do feel that his death kind of embarrassed hip hop a little bit. You know, not the death, but I'm saying what he did. It was, you know, acknowledged in his death. You know, it was like the things that he did, and that's what's powerful. But I'm correlating that to you living in your truth. I feel like he was living in his as well.
Right. Well, it seems like the narrative they're trying to put over with this is like, it doesn't pay to do right for your people type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's some bullshit. Like when are you saying, like, plenty of tragic shit happens to other rappers that are doing a bunch of bullshit, but no one's saying like, oh man, it doesn't pay to fucking, you know, drink lean and run around. You know, everybody wants to do that. That's the turn up, right? Like, that's what they encourage. But now when he's out here, you know, staying in his community, trying to, you know, social economic empowerment, you know, sending that type of message out there, a message of you know, independence and not trying to, you know, fuck with the major labels. Those are all great messages and all that. Right. And now you're going to use his death to say, oh, man, all that was a waste of time. If you try to do something positive like that, your own people's going to kill you anyway. So why even do it? You see what I'm saying? But you don't feel futile about the flips, the other shit. You don't say that when niggas get killed for doing the other shit.
Right.
So you don't act like that's futile. You still do that. So why are we sending this message now? We just got to keep coming. Like, they can't kill us all that's doing positive. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Do you have any thoughts, I guess, just, as far as, just over, about him in general? Did you rock with him?
See, I didn't know him personally or nothing like that, but I did rock with him musically. Like, me and Digga, we reviewed his last album, when it first came out. And a lot of people were not really on it like that,
Right.
And I remember we reviewed him and my man Rock Marcy the same day. And those were two albums that we felt were crazy dope that a lot of people weren't necessarily privy to. And we wanted to shine a light on it. So he was a young man that I felt like, because there's a lot of these young dudes that I can't resonate with what they're talking about or how they're saying it. But he was one that I looked at and I was like, well, damn, at least we still got a few of them out here. There's a few real niggas,
Right.
young niggas that's still out here with some shit that I could fuck with. You know what I mean? So he was one of those, and that's why when I heard him that he got killed immediately, I was like, God damn, like, why they have to take one of mine? Like, with all the fucking dumbass rappers they got out here, they had to take one that I fuck with. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was like, that's some bullshit.
Right. Do you have any, I guess, plans as far as you and your brands and your company to do similar things, or are you doing similar things, like as far as like rebuilding in the neighborhood or buying back the block, or?
I mean, I ain't got no millions like
I know you don't, but I'm saying your thoughts.
like that, man. If I was ever to get paper like that, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah, I'd do some shit like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit we need to be doing.
But I feel like he did a lot with a lot less than what, like he wasn't like, I mean, he was wealthy, but I'm saying that compared to some of our faves, like the money, I don't know if it's just that or if it's just the action, the will to.
Well, it's both.
Right.
You have to have, you see what I'm saying? I feel like everything that I've ever really wanted to do, I've done it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, if I decide tomorrow I want to open a store in the hood or some shit, then that's what I do. But it has to be something that I'm truly passionate about in order for it to come to fruition. When things that you love is that's where you're gonna be at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where, you see what I'm saying? Like, you love doing this. That's why you're here right now with a mic in your hand.
Right.
Like, this is something that you premeditated prior to this. You just didn't end up here. And he just didn't end up there.
Right.
So it's all about what we put our minds focused to. And that's where we'll end up, Now, all of us, we can't all have a marathon store. We can't, you see what I'm saying? We gotta, everybody
Right.
gotta
I
find
agree.
their own shit that they love
Right.
and do that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got my fucking Godcast or whatever. That's some shit I love right now.
Well, I see you shout out Vlad. A lot of people kind of like, because of your like, you're very forthright with what you believe and how you speak and everything. So a lot of people kind of get at you. I'm seeing like with just the connection.
Like, why would I fuck with
With
Vlad?
Vlad, right? So I'm quite sure you've addressed it a million times, but let's talk about one aspect though, because he gets stereotyped as like a cop or a fed, the feds. What's for you being who you are? What's your thoughts on that? And yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't fuck with the police like that. Like, if he was the police, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then when he's calling me for interviews, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm telling you, Vlad ain't no fucking police. Like, it's the people that go up now, is he a skilled interviewer? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he'll ask you some shit. And if you're not careful, you could trip your own fucking self
Because
up.
he's so
But that's
detailed.
not being a police though. That's just being a skilled interviewer. We're in the media right now. If I say some shit that you key into during an interview, you might shift gears and go down that road and try to dig whatever you think you might be able to get out of me that's gonna help your fucking headlines on your fucking show. Oh,
Right.
Lord Jamar said fuck this one or that one. Like, So, you know, when he's interviewing gangsters and shit like that, dudes whose claim to fame is selling drugs or shooting people, and he starts asking them about this shit, if they sit there and start telling it, and the statutes of limitations is not up, that's your fucking fault. You can't blame that on him.
But sometimes, don't you think that it's so tailor-made to just specifically crime? It's like people come on the show, on his platform, and it's like the questions are straight about crime.
Because he'll be interviewing a criminal, though. Like, you don't ask a criminal about baking and shit like that. You ask him about what they do. And if we keep it real, he goes on there and asks them about the themes that we hear in hip hop every day. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to defend the white man. You see what I'm saying?
So.
Like, because some people say, oh, the God's trying to defend the white man. Is Vlad my friend? Yes, he is. And he's a white man, okay? And I have white friends. Oh, shit. Oh, Jamar got white friends.
Clarify that, because they think that you did earlier anyway.
Yeah, I told you Primo
right.
Provinci is white, and he's my friend, okay? That being said, though, I'm not going to let my white friends just get over with some shit, too. Like, I will pull their coat quick as a motherfucker.
Right.
If they doing some, some fuck white shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you wildin' now. Like, chill. Like, and I've told Vlad, I'm your black conscience. Like, you need a motherfucker like me. So that you don't say stupid shit sometimes. Like, because you don't know. He don't always know. You know what I mean? Like, he's just coming from his perspective. They're not looking at it from that black perspective a lot. You know, just like you said, we not looking at certain shit from the white perspective. Like, what do we care about Elvis and all that you're saying? Yeah. But Vlad, man, all I could say is, he's done shit on a positive note that people don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? Just like, first of all, why put someone like me on your channel? If you're all about exploiting black people and shit, then why even make someone like me a popular personality on your channel? You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. I speak directly for the empowerment of black people. That should be against what he's all about if y'all say he's about that. You see what I'm saying?
How did it come about? You just came on the show one time and then it popped, like people liked you and you had to come.
I posted something on Instagram about niggas wearing skirts. And I attributed it to Kanye. I said, see what this motherfucker is bringing into the game? Somebody from one of these hip-hop blog sites, like not a video one, but I forget which one it was. They hit me up and it was like, yo, you want to do an interview on this shit? And I was like, I guess. You know what I mean? So I did it. That little interview did a little bit of numbers, but it wasn't a video interview. So I guess Vlad seen that. So now he calls me. He hits me up. I had only met him one time before that in Europe one time.
Okay.
But he hit me up and he was like, yo, would you like to come on Vlad TV? Now, I had just recently, maybe not long before that, I had discovered Vlad TV and I was watching a lot of those videos. I was like, I like this channel. I didn't know it was him or blah, 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 blah. So I came in, I did the shit, talked about Kanye. Boom, it did like 750,000. Okay. You know what I mean? Like real quick. Like, and it was like, oh shit, And I don't know. So then he called me back. And then the next time we're talking and casually during the interview, I inadvertently said that white people were guests in the House of Hip Hop.
Okay.
There's another one. Maybe another 750, and shit just started getting crazy. And people started, well, first they were hating me.
Because you were so...
Well, I guess they weren't used to someone like me, and I don't know. They just wasn't feeling me at first, you know what I mean?